Well, good morning everyone, and a beautiful morning it is. A little bit cloudy, but it is fairly warm. And sun is shining through, and it's only going to get better. Good morning, Bella. Good morning, Daisy. Lovely. So, you may think, well, it's the end of May. We haven't got a lot of work to do, and you're right, we haven't. We haven't got a lot of work to do at all. This grass is now regrowing. It's got its slurry on it. The two arable fields are still growing. They're underway. They're both looking really good, actually. And we need to get some money together for the harvest time. Now, I'm not undecided yet whether to rent a harvester and do it myself, or to hire someone to harvest the fields for me and just stand by with the trailer. We'll have a look at what's financially sensible at the time. Do you remember Leroy, the guy who sold us the mower, or the mowers, I should say, and the tedder? You do. Excellent. So, Leroy has asked if we'd be interested in doing any contract work. Now, he said he was in the process of switching up to bigger machines to do haying, but he's got one field, fairly small field, that he wants doing. He's willing to pay us £500 to do the job, which is brilliant. It'll be sort of around £500 anyway. It depends on how many bales we actually get off the field, but yeah, I think that's going to be pretty good. So if we get that field cut, obviously we're going to need the telehandler to move things around, but I've spoken to Gavin, and he said he'd happily follow me down later when I'm ready with all the bales, basically. But it'll be in a few days once the hay has dried out a bit. So this video is going to be covering or spanning a few days. So I think what we need to do first is to get the grass cut with our new mowers, and then we can leave it to bake in the sunshine a little bit. We'll go back and ted it. They've also said, they know I didn't buy the windrower, but I can use that to do this work, which is fantastic, because they said they'll just knock a little bit off the cost or the money they give me if I use their windrower, which I'll be honest is really quite reasonable. So we best get started. I'll get the mowers hooked up. Yeah, I'm really actually looking forward to getting stuck in, using these mowers on someone else's field and making some hay bales for them. That'd be pretty terrific. Right, let's get forward here. Go and hook up. Right, if we lift that up, fold the edges in. And then we need to get the one on the back and fold that up too. Yeah, it's going to be a few days of back and forth, going to ted it, and once it's dried out nicely, let's have a quick look there. There we go. Yeah, once it's dried out nicely, it should be easy enough to get sorted. Right, we'll lift it up and fold it so we can head down the road. So yeah, want to get it cut as early as possible today to start it drying out. The weather looks pretty good over the next few days. In fact, it's only going to get sunnier and warmer, which is fantastic. So we've got a lot still to do, but I'm going to quite enjoy doing a bit of contracting work, actually. Let's get those gates. There we go. Yeah, and with Gavin following me down with the telehandler, or the tractor and trailer, I haven't decided which one's which yet. Then you can probably have a little snooze in the tractor while I'm loading up. But either way. Now, to find this field, we've got to go past their farm, so where we bought this, past our new, well, I say our new field, which I've been asked for quite a while now. So past our other field, our remote field, and then it's been described to me. It's down the road till we find a bit of woodland with a track going through it, and then we turn down that track, and at the end of that track on the left is where the field is. It's a small triangular field, so it shouldn't actually take too long at all to sort. That field's looking remarkably good as well. Brilliant. So we continue down here. There's a little forest bit with a track, and that's where we turn up. I don't think I've ever been down this road before. Quite nice little houses. Nice fields too. Don't know, maybe a future field for us in here somewhere. Who knows? If I carry on and crack on doing contracting work, then before you know it, we'll have enough money to expand the farm. Maybe think about that bigger tractor as well. Could do with a second tractor. It would be nice. Ah, is this it? This looks like it. I hope it is anyway, otherwise we're just going down someone's driveway. But no, it looks to be exactly what was described to me. Beautiful. All the way down the end they said, and it's on the left. Little triangular field. It's not that one. That's not all the way down the end. Aha, here we go. This looks to be the end of the track, and this looks to be the field here. Fantastic. Looks like they've got quite a few fields actually. Okay. Right. Let's get things unfolded and we'll get sorted. Well, I've got to tell you, these mowers are absolutely incredible. That has taken no time at all. I think honestly, for £500 for this little amount of work is absolutely brilliant. It's a tiny little field, and the grass actually is quite damp still, so it is going to take a little while for it to dry out. I think what we'll do is we'll leave it baking today. We'll maybe come back this afternoon and ted it, I think. Who knows, by the end of tomorrow it could all be ready to bale. Fantastic. Right, let's get back to the farm. Get the mowers off, because that bit's all done. And we'll go from there. There we go. That's the mowers dropped off. Well, we don't have any other use for the tractor, so we might as well get the tedder hooked up as well for later on. There we go. Get that lifted up off the ground. It's not a lot of weight on the back of the tractor, and it's better than it rubbing on the ground as the tractor moves around a bit. Right then, so well, that was a good start to the day. We're going to go now and just basically get some jobs done around the house, and then later on this afternoon we'll go back and ted the grass. How exciting! Make some easy money. Well, that has been a nice little day tidying and clearing up stuff. Really, so it's been quite warm. So yeah, I think what we're going to do is we'll go over and ted it now, and then we'll let it bake in the sun tomorrow morning, and we will then ted it again tomorrow lunchtime before we go back and row it up and bale it. That should get it to a decent point of being hay. Right, well, let's fire it up. We shall get back down to the field. I wonder where Doggo is. He's definitely not out of the gate. He's not interested in going out the gate. At least I hope he's not interested in going out the gate. He hasn't been interested so far. He's probably in the neighbour's field again. That's where he usually is. Right, let's get back to the field then. Okay, so here we are. Lovely. It looks like it's... Yes, it's drying out nicely on top. It's just moist underneath, which is exactly why we're here to do the tedding. Right, so it's a manual process to get this all unfolded. Or, yeah, unfolded, I should say. So I'll get all this sorted and we will crack on. And there we go. That's the whole field tedded. You could see how it's turned the grass over. The wetter side is now up in the air. Alright then. I'll get this folded away, and then we'll go back. I'll disappear off into the house again, But I'm going to leave the video here for today, and I'm going to join you again tomorrow once we're back here to do another round of tedding. Very repetitive. Well, it'll still make for a good video. Well, here we are back at the field again for the last lot of tedding. It's actually a beautiful day today. This hay should dry out really, really quickly. I think we'll get it tedded. We'll take the tedder back to the farm. I would imagine by the time we've even picked up the windrower, it probably would have dried out enough, to be honest. It all looks fairly good now. But yeah, first of all, let's get this unfolded, and we'll get another load of tedding done. There we go. Right. Fire her up. Lower it down. And away we go. Ah, that looks really dry and good now. Should be getting quite some nice bales of hay off this field, I think. Should be very good. Oh, crikey. Watch where I'm going. Okay. I'll get all this done. And then it'll be time to go and get the windrower, which we're borrowing from Leroy. There we go. That's all folded away nicely. That is looking absolutely brilliant. I think I'm going to pop and have some lunch, and then I'm going to come back with the windrower, and we'll be ready to go, and then we'll be ready to bale. Absolutely fantastic. Let's get back to the farm. So I'll be honest with you, this kit has been absolutely brilliant. I'm so glad I bought it. Leroy seemed to be an upstanding gentleman. I doubt very much if he had sold me some dodgy kit, he would have offered me a contract to do the haying in his field. So he must be pretty confident about how well the kit works. He's obviously just upgrading. He's looked after it seems. Sorry about that, itchy head. Anyway, yes, it's looking really, really good. So we'll get the tedder back to our farm, home farm, and grab a bit of lunch, and then we'll pop back here to pick up the windrower. He said he's out working today, but I can just help myself anyway. Get it all rowed up, and then we'll go back and get our baler and get it all baled up as well. He did say he would prefer the small square bales, but I don't have a small square baler, so he said he'll take the round bales, but I won't make as much money for doing it. So it might be worth at some point me getting a small square baler in the future, if I'm planning to be making money off hay or doing contract work. The other thing though is I've got to get them picked up and taken to Folly Down stores so that they can sell them and make money off them. Now they make more money off the small square bales, More money per ton than the round bales. But I don't have a small square baler, and I also am not going to spend the rest of the week picking them up off the field and loading them onto a trailer. So I've said, right, I'll be doing the round bales, the smallish round bales. There we go. Let's just unhitch this while I'm thinking about it. Take the tractor back up to the house so that afterwards we can just jump in and get going on the windrowing, and then we'll have to come back for our baler. Then of course we're going to have to enlist Gavin's services in getting everything picked up. When I say enlisted services, I mean he can have a snooze in the tractor while I'm picking everything up. Right, I'll see you in a bit. Well, it's been a bit. That was a nice lunch. Just a quick sandwich. But I think the sun is definitely hot enough today to dry that out in next to no time at all. So we need to go and get the windrower and get it all sorted. Right, this is all hydraulic, so I don't need to worry about even getting out the cab to unfold the windrower. I do need to worry about getting in the field though. Let's fold that down. Miss that hedge. And yes, there we go. Get it lowered. And we shall start getting everything rowed up nicely. Ready for the big bale. The baling session of 2024. Well, the second baling session of 2024. The first ever contract baling session. Anyway, enough chat. Let's get on with it. Well, I must say, didn't take very long at all. Fold that back up. Lovely. Right, we'll go drop this back off. That was a pleasure to use that windrower. And now, look at the amazing windrows we've got. And we get all the way down to the moment of truth. How many bales are we going to get off the field? Submit your guesses. I have no idea, to be perfectly honest. All I know is we now need a baler, so I'll go and drop this off back with was a bit tight through there. Yeah, I'll go drop this off at the farm up here, and then we'll go and pick up our baler and get that sorted. Right, like I said, moment of truth. This is where we need to start baling. So. This is we go. This is we go? Here we go, I should say. And we are going to make bales of hay. I can't imagine it'll be too far to go until the first one comes out. Oh, there we go. We've already got the beeping. And there we are. It is full. Right then, let's have a quick look. Look at that. Beautiful bale of hay. Well, if that's anything to go by, we should get a lot. Probably be doing 2 trips. Unfortunately, the store that he wants them sold to is quite far away. So we're going to be using it's going to take quite a bit of time to get them all shipped over there. Unless we can fit them on one trailer load, but if that's anything to go by, I doubt it. We shall see. Yeah, here we go. Second one already. Right. I'm going to crack on with this. And we'll have a count up at the end. Well, what a baling activity. I think I've got half a baler full as well. But that'll have to stay in there, I suppose. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 bales. Actually not... Well, it's probably about what I expected, to be honest. I was hoping for more, but that's not bad. With that, at least, I think, can fit all on one trailer load as well. So what we'll do now is we'll go back, we'll get the telehandler. Gavin can then drive this back over here, as he said he wanted to help. And the baler can then stay at the farm, obviously. But yeah, if we can get Gavin to help us out, that would be a nice job done then. Then he can take the telehandler back to the farm while I go and deliver the bales. Delightful. Now the only thing we've got to do is get Gavin off the sofa. Right then, Gavin. Bales are all ready to be picked up. You gonna come and help me? Well, do I get to watch the rest of my favourite show first? Well, not ideally, Gavin. I've still got to take these bales over to Folly Down Stores, which is miles away. Oh, right. Well, I suppose I better come and follow you down then. I'd appreciate that, thank you. Well, let's get going then, lad. Right, well, Gavin didn't seem overly pleased about following me down, but he's doing so. This is going to be a fairly slow journey, but at least we're doing it in tandem. Without Gavin, I would, well, I'd be scuppered really. I'd have to get a one of those trailers like we borrowed to go and pick up the JCB in the first place. Right, let's get over there. Oh, so far Gavin's done alright. He's following and he hasn't crashed. So, we'll get into the field. Get the trailer loaded up. And then send Gavin on his way in this to head back to the farm. While I head off to get stuff sorted. If he just parks in the middle of the field over here, then should be able to have a snooze. Right, let's get a few straps on here then. That should do nicely. Right then. Gavin. Gavin. Oh, he's asleep. Hold on. Gavin! Oh, yeah. Hey. Hello, boy. I just resting my eyes. Well, I'm all done. Really? That was quick. Hey, you're learning, aren't you? Very, very nice. Thank you. Right, come on. Out you get. You can take the JCB back while I take these over to the store for sale. Oh, okay. Oh, I may be able to cash the rest of my show. Okay, Gavin. Off you go. Right, off he goes. Let's get this taken over to Folly Down stores then. I'll just have a look at my map. Right, I've looked at the map. It looks like the best way to go there is up past the farm and then down the track the other side of the housing estate. Well, that is going to be quite a trek. At least we'll be able to check that Gavin gets home alright. Don't know how many of these fields that Leroy owns. Quite a few, I think. Well, from the sound of what he was saying anyway. Surprised that he wanted me to do his field, to be honest, but not going to turn down some money, am I? Oh, he's already stopped for a chat with someone he knows. This is ridiculous. You just can't get the help these days. If that moves him. Right. Hopefully won't have any issues getting home now. Right, I've never been over here before. But this is it, this is where it is. Just let this slow coach sort himself out. Now I believe the bales have got to go around this way over here. Yeah, he said it's the far bay, so the one right next to the fence over on this side. Here we go, this must be it. Bales there. Right, anyway. I'm going to get them out, get them to come and unload these bales. And we should be picking up our money from Leroy later. So I'm going to leave it there for today. It's been a long 2 days, a lot of work. I'm not actually sure that was all £500 made it worth it, but well, it's money in the bank after all. Right, I'll catch you soon. Bye for now.